All right, we're live. All right, what's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here for a late night video right here on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below, and subscribe to all my other channels as well down below in the description box. And as always, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Share this video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never ever have to miss an upload. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, like the video, dislike the video. I really don't care because you're all jealous of me anyway, and you will acknowledge me, you obsessed trolls. But it is what it is. So, like the video, dislike the video, do whatever you want. Don't forget to subscribe to my channels. Follow me on social media. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap that goddamn bell. And that's all I gotta say about that. All right. So on this late, almost getting pretty late, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, but if you don't like me doing late night videos, well, go to bed. That's all I gotta say about that. So on this late Wednesday night, September the 29th, 2021, if you're not watching from somewhere else, September the 30th, 2021, almost right at the end of September. At the end of September, almost the final day of September, as we start October on Friday. And that's pretty much it. So on this late night, it is time for your late night AEW Dynamite review for September the 29th, 2021 from Brodie Lee's hometown of Rochester, New York. That's all I can say about that. So we'll get into that in a minute. Kind of strange when I was making setting up this stream and everything. I put on I went on the site, and then I put in whatever I had to do. And then it is what it is. I was setting everything up, and I was ready to go. And usually when I set up my stuff, I have the banner. I have my banner and everything, and I went back to my to say Peter Gilmore. I'm like, what the hell? What happened here? Did all my settings just change? I know something happened at the StreamYard or something like that. Like everything, all the settings changed or something. Like it wanted my computer wanted me to access my webcam, like allow access and everything. I was like, I thought that was already there. So I don't know, something happened. So, but anyway, we're live, so I'm gonna have to worry about it for now. But have to monitor it. I'll monitor it and see what happens with all that. And anyway, notice I got new light, by the way. I'm not using my lamp that I use over here, or if I have any extra light, but I have a night light over here now that the missus bought. So I have more light. So so when it gets dark, just put on this light. Boom! It's great. So thank you, Missy's. So I love you a long time. So we got that. So new light, and now you can see me better when the sun goes down. You can barely see me unless I put the lamp on or anything like that. But this works perfectly. I like this. This is great. This is good shit. Yes, that's how it's gonna be for the foreseeable future. I think it has batteries in it, so yeah, that's not gonna be. This light might not last that long, but maybe a month or two. Because it got really shit batteries like these. Panasonic batteries don't last long like Duracell batteries, but these cost cheaper than the Duracell batteries, so but still, they don't last that long. Just saying. That's it. All right. So minus all that, hope everybody had a pretty decent day on this Wednesday. I did had a pretty good day, and way it should be. Every day should be a good day, unless you're a troll, and every day is basically the same. I gotta get on YouTube, I gotta stalk people, not like me because I got other things to do, but I don't stalk people. I'm not obsessed over a bald-headed bastard or anything like that. So I got better things to do. While you're playing with yourselves and watching my videos, giving me dislikes and stuff like that, I got better things to do. So that's all I gotta say about that. All right, I'm gonna make this video really quick because it's like I said, it's 2:05 in the morning, and I wanna go to bed because I got things to do tomorrow. So I got that. So on this late Wednesday night, it is time, like I said, for your AEW Dynamite review from Rochester, New York. This was a pretty damn good show. This was another Brodie Lee tribute show because it's in his hometown of Rochester. Fans were there. They did a documentary. Well, they didn't show it on TNT, but if you live in Rochester, you go to one of the movie theaters. They had a documentary about the life of Brodie Lee, John Huber. So that's that. And Tony Khan came out today and said that this episode of Dynamite is going to be in tribute to the man, the late great John Huber, otherwise known as Brodie Lee. So that was that. And it came off, this was a great show, like I said. We got the TNT title on the line between Mito and Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God. We got that. We had Adam Cole, baby, taking on Jungle Boy Jack. We got one-on-one. We got CM Punk on commentary all night. It's always nice to see. We had a 16 excuse me 16-man tag team match between the Dark Order and the Hardy Family Order. The Dark Order trying to put, for one night only, putting their differences aside, and takes on the Hardy Family Order. They team up with Orange Cassidy. So we got that. Also, we had Cody Rhodes and Lee Johnson of the Nightmare Factory taking on Matt Sydal and Dante Martin. And some more stuff, with the Elite, the Elite, baby, the Elite, the Elite, baby, and our good friend Bryan Danielson. Yes. So we had that, plus much more on this tribute to Brodie Lee, and that's that. And it sets up when we set up some matches for next week's show. The what date is that? October 5th show? I gotta look at that. I think it's the October 5th show, the 12th. No, not the 5th. I'm sorry. October the 6th show. I'm sorry. So we set up some storylines, some matches that are gonna happen next week on the excuse me, on the October 6th show, which is the 2-year anniversary of Dynamite, and that's gonna be in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where SmackDown was last Friday. So AEW invades the city of brotherly love this coming Wednesday night with Rampage and Dynamite next week on the anniversary show. It should be some good shit. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And I forgot to do pull up my notes. So let's pull up my notes right now. Hopefully I can get my notes, and we'll go on from there. All right. While we're waiting for that to come up, and because I gotta wait for freaking Microsoft Word the loading, and I have to fiddle around with it. But anyway, another Wednesday night. Besides watching Dynamite, I watched the after show, Roads to what was it called? Roads to the Top with Brandy and Cody. That's another reality show, another wrestling reality show. That's boring. They had some funny moments, but still, it was kind of corny. It is what it is. Like Total Divas and Total Bellas, and Miz and Mrs. to an extent. Most of them are corny, but yeah. But at least on Rose to the Top, we had a segment with well, I'll get to that in a minute. We had a segment with an after segment that should have been on the show, but the match ended right at 10 o'clock, and then it went right into Rose to the Top, and then Excalibur was like, "Oh, we're gonna hear from so during the first break of Rose to the Top." Yeah, that's kind of cool. So we get a segment we get a live segment for doing a commercial break for a reality show. That's kind of weird, but it's cool at the same time. And that's all I gotta say about that. All right, let's see here. All right. Let me just pull up my notes here. If I can, computer's really slow. As always, probably because I got too many things open. So all right, we're still waiting for that. All right, continue. Well, my computer takes a dump. We have baseball on. The final baseball happened. The Mets are finishing up their horrible season. They had Taiwan Walker on the mound tonight against the Marlins. Finishing that 4-game series, that final home series. They had Jerry Seinfeld in the booth with Keith, Gary, and Ron, and everything. Blah blah blah. Long story short, Walker pitched 7 and a third great innings. Had a 2-0 lead. Gives it to Lugo. You know what happens. Lugo blew the lead, blew the game. Mets lose 3-2. So yeah. So they're now 75 and 84. 75 and 83. I think something like that. 75 and 83 because they got tomorrow they got 4 games left. So they're at game 158 right now. Tomorrow will be game 159. So final home game of the season tomorrow. I don't know if it's an afternoon or an evening game. I think it was an afternoon game because they got to fly to Atlanta for the final weekend final weekend of the season. Basically, 3 games in Atlanta against JD's Braves, who just won they won the National League East. So here you go, JD. Here's your golf clap. Yeah, so the Braves knocked out the Phillies. Because the Phillies are now 4.5 back. They cannot catch the Braves. Even if the Braves lose tomorrow and then they get swept this weekend by the Mets, which is not happening. I mean, really, the Braves really have nothing to prove this weekend, the next 4 games, because they really can't catch the Brewers, who already won the second seed. So the Braves got the third seed. I think they will face the first seed in the division series. I believe. Then they will be playing either the Giants or the Dodgers. That division is not finished yet. Um, I think the Giants have a 2-game lead over the Dodgers. I mean, the Dodgers already won the first wild card. So right now it's just a matter of seeding between the Giants and the Dodgers. So who's gonna get home field advantage the entire playoffs, and who gets home field for the wild card game, which is on Monday. So one of those two teams are gonna win the NL West, and or face the Cardinals, who clinched last night. They clinched the second wild card. So the Cardinals will face either the Dodgers or the Giants in San Francisco or in Los Angeles. And then the winner of that plays, I think, the Brewers, the Milwaukee Brewers, on Friday. So that's that. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, so the Mets lost again. The bullpen again blows it. I can't wait to October the 4th when Rojas is gone, Familia's gone, and a whole bunch of other people are gone. I can't wait for that. Or it might happen during the game or after the game, like everybody gets fired. Rojas is definitely gone. Unless Uncle Stevie, is like, oh, we were in first place with Rojas, we're gonna bring him back for another year, and then, God forbid, Rojas comes back, the Met fan base is going to go completely berserk because we don't want him here. Get him out, Familia. Get your ass out of here again. I mean, take your ass back to Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic. Get the fuck out of here. And this might be the final games that we see Michael Conforto. He hit a bomb tonight, 469-foot bomb to make it up. Well, he hit a solo home run, and Nimmo drove in on a run, make it 2-0, and then Lugo, like I said, blew it. So it'll probably be the last time we see Conforto. Maybe Syndergaard, who pitched last night, only had 10 goddamn pitches, but he wants to stay in New York. Fans are hoping that at least they give him a qualifying offer, which is about 1 year, $20 million. Because if he goes on the free agent market, not many teams will probably get him because he has a dead arm. Coming off Tommy John surgery, and, his first 10 pitches of the season. Anybody want him? Go have some damaged goods. That's it. But I think Dor will come back next year, take the qualifying offer, hopefully stays healthy, and at least try to build his value. And then maybe you can renegotiate either during the season or after the season, and maybe give him maybe another 2 years, maybe 3 years. Or just let him walk and then go to another team, or just blow the doors off of everybody. The same thing with Conforto. Conforto gets hot at the wrong time every year. And the Mets might let him go, and he signs with like the Yankees or signs with somebody else, and he's a big star. Because everybody that leaves New York becomes a big star. It is what it is. And then we'll see what happens with that. Then we got Baez. Fans want him because he was red hot. When he signed with the Mets, he was red hot, playing for a contract basically. Do we keep him, or does he go? I think they're gonna re-sign him, but I don't know. We'll see if the Mets want him back. But I think we should get Baez. Put him at third base. Get rid of J.D. Davis. Not really a great guy, a great fielder. Didn't hit much. Get him out. Put Bias at third, or put Bias at third. Then you can put McNeil at his natural position of second base. And then you worry about who's going to play left field. And then right field if we don't get Conforto. Do you keep Jonathan Valari and put him at third? No. I would just keep him as a bench guy. I would put Pilar in left field or right field. And maybe if they keep Dom Smith, then you could keep Dom Smith in left field and then put Pilar in right field, even though you don't have a great outfield, even though Nimmo, basically you're a pretty decent center fielder, but it is what it is. And that's that. Then the Mets will worry about Robinson Cano, who was out for most of the year because of the whole suspension stuff. Then he got hurt, I think. So you put him at second, then get rid of McNeil. Hopefully not. I would just eat freaking Cano's contract. Have another Bobby Bonilla saga, and we have to pay him over the whatever amount of time he has left on his contract, which I think is 2 years, 2 or 3 years, I think. So yeah, probably eat his contract. He goes somewhere else. Maybe back to the Yankees. Who knows? Who cares? Damaged goods for that. Get him out. And then, and then you worry about the rotation next year, which I think we're definitely gonna have DeGrom. Hopefully Thor, if he signs that qualifying offer we might give him, or we sign to a new extended contract. So DeGrom, Thor, Walker, even though he had a pretty good game to end the season, but still a really bad second half. So hopefully, it's a learning experience. He comes in 2022 red hot, like he did in the first half, but can he stay hot after that in the second half? Let's see. So put him at probably number 3 and number 4. I would bring back McGill because he was pretty good until people figured him out and then started giving up the home run ball. I put him as number 4, and then I would bring back Marcus Stroman because I know he's pitching on Sunday. So Stroman's gonna basically pitch for a contract on Sunday. So we'll see. But yeah, that's what I would have. My top 5 starters in 2022. If they can all stay healthy. DeGrom, Thor, Stroman, Walker, McGill. That's lethal in my eyes, but it is what it is. And as far as Carrasco goes, ship him out. Or put him in the bullpen. That's where he deserves. He's garbage. He is garbage. Can't get out of the first or the second inning. Gives up a home run. It's like quickly 1, 2, or 3, or maybe 4-0, or maybe more than that. And then he's basically gone after that. And then he pitches pretty good after the first inning or so. But I would put him in the bullpen like a long starter. I would not put him in the rotation at all. Put him in the bullpen as a spot starter, or it comes in when the Mets are getting killed like 20-0 or something like that. I would keep Trevor Williams from the Cubs, who came in with the Baez trade and everything. I would keep him there. And other than that, the bullpen is probably going to get rearranged, and most of the guys are gone. Lugo's up, and I don't know. Lugo may go, but he might. I think he's going to stay. Hopefully, he can have a better season than he had this year. And that's that. Familia's gone. Definitely gone. Get him out. Aaron Loop had a tremendous season. Tremendous. His ERA is lower than my mortgage. 0.95. Whew. That's pretty damn good. For a guy that's, Mr. Houdini. It is what it is. So we got that. So I think Loop is going to come back. Loop, there it is coming back. I hope. Trevor May, he had an up and down year. probably be coming back, probably to suck ass more, but it is what it is. Diaz had an up and down year. He had really bad games, and they had pretty good games. He was just lights out most of the time. So they'll probably bring Diaz back, put him as a closer. I would think maybe Lugo be the setup guy instead of Familia. Maybe I would put Lugo as a seventh inning guy, maybe the eighth inning guy, but you know, it is what it is. And Rojas, bye. Let's get a coach that can actually coach. I know we're not gonna get a Terry Collins back or anything. I love that guy, but come on, he's old. You know, they're not gonna bring him back. If they bring in anybody, I know a lot of people want Wally Backman, but I highly doubt they'll get him. Maybe they'll forgive Beltran. It's like, hey, Beltran, let's bring it back in. Come on. Or just maybe get somebody from the minors, maybe from the horrible, the Cyclones, even though they had a bad year, really bad year. So I don't know if they get the manager for the Cyclones or get somebody from the minors to coach, or they just get another coach. I don't know who could coach this team at this point. It's either going to be Backman or Beltran. I mean, who else could it be? I mean, really, who else could the Mets get right now? And I think Sandy Alderson goes bye-bye too. Get him out. A lot of people want Billy Bean. They want the guy that was from Boston. What was his name? I can't think of his name, but they want to get a new GM. Not Sandy. Get him out. Put in Billy Bean or put in Theo Epstein. Hopefully we get maybe some free agents here and there, or we make a trade between. I mean, sometime around the playoffs or after the World Series, going into spring training. Maybe make a big splash. We'll see. And I would think we exceed the luxury tax or just blow the bank. And get some guys. If we have to extend Baez, give him like $200 million for 4 years. For 3 years, maybe 3 years, 125, maybe more than 125. Sign Thor for the qualifying offer, $20 million. I don't know if we have any more free. Well, besides Conforto, if you want to keep Conforto, then I would probably give him maybe 2 years, 3 years, maybe. I don't know how much money we give him, but I'd probably, if you want to put Conforto back, then 2 to 3 years at most. But I don't know, because we have to see what we have enough money to maybe get another guy, to come in, to actually help us. But it's gonna be an interesting off season. After Sunday, it's gonna be an interesting off season for the New York Mets. What happens? Do they clean house and keep what they got and get some pieces going into 2022, or stand pat and then go into 2022 and probably have a really bad season? That's not up to me. That's up to Uncle Stevie and either Sandy Alderson or if he goes to get Billy Bean or Theo Epstein. But we'll see with that. As far as the Yankees go, well, they lost tonight. But made it close. They were down 3-0, and then they tied it up. It was 5-1. They came back to tie it. I think in the 6th or 7th inning, and then in the 8th, I think it was the 8th inning, Bo Bichette hits a bomb of a home run, making it 6-5, and the Blue Jays get the win over the Yankees in the second game of this series. Got one tomorrow. Then the Yankees fly out to Tampa Bay to play the Rays for the final games of the season. Well, the Yankees got 4 games. Right now, they still have a 1-game lead over the Red Sox, who won tonight over the Otaku's Orioles. And that's that. So they're still 1 game back of 1 game ahead of Boston and they're 1 game ahead of the Mariners and the Blue Jays for that wild card spot. With the Athletics 4 games back, but I don't know. They were playing late, so I don't know what happened. What the official statistics are. So, but I know the the Yankees have a 1 game lead over the Red Sox for the first wild card, and the Mariners and the I don't know. Mariners, I think, play late tonight, and I think the Blue Jays are 1 game back of the of Boston for that second wild card. So, gonna come down to this weekend, next 4 games, to see who gets the wild card slots in the American League. Because basically every race is done in the American League. Tampa Bay won the East, White Sox won the Central, and Houston has just about won the AL West. And in the National League, like I said, the Braves won the East, the Brewers won the Central, and now it's a race between the Giants, who are 2 games ahead of the Dodgers. So over the next 3 or 4 games, that's going to determine who gets home field and who is the #1 wild card and plays the Cardinals in the wild card game on, I believe, on Monday. So Monday's game 163, and then after that, I think Tuesday or Wednesday starts the American League Division Series, or the wild card series. I think. Well, actually, it's a wild card game. I think. I forget. So I think the the 4th and 5th seed play each other to get in to the playoffs, making it a 4-team race, and that starts the championship, the division series, and then the championship series. So after Monday, we'll start the division series in the American National League, and then probably a week or so after that, we got the championship series, and then by Halloween, we'll probably have the World Series, and we'll see who gets there. Hopefully not the Yankees, but we'll see. And that's that. All right, should have my own. Okay, let's see if my notes can. See the it's still kind of messing up for me. All right, give me some time, lazy. Sucks. Big hairy monkey. All right, here we go. All right, wait here. There we go. I knew you could do it. All right, so here's your Dynamite review for from last night. Basically, like I said, it's from the Blue Cross Arena in Rochester, New York, the home of Brodie Lee, John Huber, and his family. Amanda Huber was there. -1 was there, of course, to pay tribute to their Amanda's late husband Huber, and Brodie Lee, and Nolan, I think. But anyway, get that. So it's what that means. It's showing AEW Dynamite. So our commentary team this week, good old AR barbecue sauce. My God, we had Excalibur, Tony Baloney, and this week, once again, well, not once again, but once again, well, not once, like I said, on commentary, we had the man and CM Punk. And that's that. All right, so we start off with a picture of Brodie Lee on Hoover, blah blah blah, to 2020. So that was pretty nice. On the Brodie Lee tribute show, was like a year or so ago. That was awesome. Blah blah blah. All right, so we start off the show with CM Punk comes out to do some commentary. He kind of teases, trying to dive in the crowd. He's like, "No, I'm not gonna do it." I guess something with the athletic commission. I don't know. I don't know why he doesn't do that anymore. But I guess one, because he doesn't want to get hurt, and two, maybe the athletic, he kind of teases it. And he's like, I'm not gonna do it. Then he goes around the ring, high fives people, and blah blah blah. All right, so goes back on commentary, and we start the night off with our first match. Jungle Boy Jurassic Express comes out alone. He's with me now. Cold. Pretty good start to the start to the night. Great match. So they start off, trying to, feeling out each other's like, not like that, but and see what we can do here. How we're gonna tell this story here. Jungle Boy hits a big time chop. Then he hits a drop kick, which sends Cole to the floor to take a breather. It's like, hold on, son. Let's get him stuff ready. So Jungle Boy falls him, kicks him down, sets up a neck breaker in. Then a rest for a little bit, chin lock by Adam Cole, baby, holds Jungle Boy in place for a little bit. He comes right back, a big shot to the face. Then he hits a bling buster, belly to belly in a corner, followed by a couple rolling German suplexes for two. Cole rolls his way out of a torture rack position for a near fall, hits a bling buster to collateral damage on the knee for a near fall of his own. Jungle Boy comes back with a poison Rana into a running forearm to the back of the head. Then he sets up a driver. That was a nice little transition there. Fall. Gets back up. Cole hits a super kick, sending Jungle Boy to the floor, which basically knocked him out. He was out for a while, and the referee Orbie Edwards is trying to count him out. And but anyway, Jungle Boy gets in. For the Panama City Sunrise on the floor, broke it up. And Jungle Boy tries a suicide dive, and that gets cut off by an Insigity by Mr. Adam Cole, baby. He gets back on the apron. Jungle Boy snaps off a running Hurricane Rana to the floor. That kind of looked messed up, but still was effective. Go back in, Cole hits another Insigity, sets up for the Panama City Sunrise. He 1, 2, he's close. And Cole's like, and then Orbio was like, 2. Cole's stunned, and he was like, I can't believe he kicked out. But anyway, so Jungle Boy comes back for the last shot. Jungle Boy pulls him into the snare trap. Cole slips out, kicks him to the outside, and he got trying to get to the ropes. Jungle Boy pulled him back, tries to lock it right back in positions, and then he kicks him out to the outside. Jungle Boy comes right back, and then he tries to move, and Cole pushes. He pushes him in the ropes. Almost knocks in the Orbie Edwards, and Cole hits a low blow to Jungle Boy's nuts, and Jungle Boy will not have sex with Anna Jay tonight. This sucks for you. Then hits the boom, the last shot. 1, 2, Cole stays needed in almost a 14-minute match. 3.5 out of 5 stars. Give Jungle Boy credit. He always puts on a good show, but still, can never win the big one. That's all I gotta say about that. And we'll move on from there. And all right, that's pretty much it. All right, so like I said, 3.5 out of 5 stars for that. Then after the break, we all them come out. Gals and Anderson, Young Bucks. They come out. We see Michael Nakazawa come out. Brandon, that's dude, fucking idiot. And as always, the AEW champion Kenny Omega. Don Callis. What the hell was he? Was he getting blown in the back behind Kenny's back? We didn't know that. I don't know. But anyway, after the break, the Elite are in the ring. Carl Anderson talks about how great the Elite are. He starts introducing basically everybody. You know, it's like Adam Cole, baby, the greatest tag team in the world, the Young Bucks, and the AEW heavyweight champion Kenny Omega. Then he goes, and of course, Nakamura and Cutler. He was like, well, we don't get a good intro. Well, you guys suck. I mean, fight Nakazawa and Brandon Cutler are in the Elite. I know Brandon Cutler is the cameraman for the Elite, but he fucking sucks. Get him out. That's all I got to say about that. Anyway, Adam Cole, baby. It's time for story time with Adam Cole, baby. Talks about how he just beat Jungle Boy all by himself. And Elite, and he is 3-0. He's undefeated. So the fans start chanting for CM Punk, who's on commentary. Who basically, is on commentary. He's like, all right, hate these guys. Is that foreshadowing? With CM Punk versus Kenny? But knowing, the Elite, they'll probably put Nakazawa versus Punk, and Punk will beat him in like 30 seconds. Or it's Brandon Cutler. But it is what it is. So anyway, it gives the mic to Kenny Omega. Kenny talks about his social media blowing up. The gram, the Instagram, his Facebook, his Twitter, and he talks about even not for you. Okay. Then he talks about his match last week with Bryan Danielson at Grand Slam, which was gold, epic. Probably the match of the year, probably the best match on Dynamite of all time in AEW history. And he's like, I'm not surprised because it's me. I'm Kenny. Bryan Danielson, some credit. He cashed in on his promise to kick his head in, but couldn't make it work when it counted. And since Bryan Danielson has no record, he's not getting a rematch, and he'll never face him one-on-one, face-to-face ever again. Well, Bryan Danielson and arguing, and the fans, he's like, well, we should get a match tonight. How about me and Al tonight or something? Go on Rampage. Oh, you wanted something up on Rampage, and blah blah blah. So anyway, he calls Kenny No Balls Omega, which started getting a chant. And Punk's like, well, that's gonna be on a t-shirt. You be a t-shirt come probably tomorrow. California, ProWrestlingTees.com. Go ahead. It is what it is. But, so Danielson's saying Kenny has no balls. I got big balls. One certain person did a video saying got no balls. But, you want to come and see my balls? It is what it is. Anyway. So Danielson issues the challenge to face any member of the Elite on Rampage this Friday. Basically, everybody's like, Rampage? So instead, Omega wants to fight right now. So Danielson back up. So Frankie Kazarian, the former Elite Hunter, comes out. Christian Cage, the rest of Jurassic Express come out. Even Jungle Boy go. So they all come out, and they have a big, humongous. Well, they don't fight, but the Elite bails from the fight, and as usual, but it is what it is. And I think next week we're getting some type of match. Danielson is facing Nick Jackson on Rampage. That should be a pretty good match. And then I think on next week on the anniversary show, I think we're getting an 8-man tag. I think. I think I don't have the card in front of me, so it is what it is. So the match itself, the match between Jungle Boy Jack and Adam Cole, I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. The aftermath, I gave that as well 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And we'll move on from there. All right, then we go backstage with well, not Alex Marvez this week. We have Tony Baloney. He's with the Lucha Brothers and Alex Habajantes, the AEW Tag Team Champions. They're about to talk, and then Andrade and his little assistant Jose, not jalapeno on his steak, but his his assistant Jose come in, and they interrupt the Lucha Brothers. Basically says, well, he says you might be the AEW Tag Team Champions, but how about defending those little belts right there? And they show, they have the AAA Tag Team titles. It's like, well, since which they had for like what, a year or two? I don't even know how long they had those belts, but Andre's like, well, why don't you defend the AAA Tag Team titles? I'm like, well, who's Andrade's partner gonna be? He says he has some friends. If they're up for, he has some friends that they could probably team with if they're up for the defense. And the bro's like, let's do it. Like, Paul Stanley says, let's do it. So, yeah, we're going to get a AAA, well, anytime, anywhere. We don't know when this is going to happen, but maybe in Mexico. But Andrade and somebody is going to fight the Lucha Brothers for the AAA Tag Team belts. And if I know Andrade, and he has friends, good friends, I should say. It could be he wants to get some of his friends to come over to AEW, like Roosh, like Beastia, or in Ring of Honor. I think Roosh is hurt right now. That's why he's not coming back to Ring of Honor for a while, and he may not come back for Ring of Honor at all. So I could probably bring in Roosh, Beastia. I don't know who. Maybe some people from Mexico that he knows. But yeah, that should be good. I would put that on Dynamite. But it's going to happen with the AAA Tag Team belts. They might be defended at Full Gear, but we'll see what happens with that. All right, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars, and we'll move on from there. All right, then we go to match number 2. Matt Sydal and Dante Martin take on the Nightmare Factory, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes and Lee Johnson. Anderson, Arn Anderson and the beautiful Brandy Rhodes come out as well. Match was, coming off a hot match like Adam Cole, baby. You put Cody in, and well, it is what it is. But the match was like basically almost an 8-minute match, just to cool down the crowd a little bit. It's also with Cody's, well, Cody headlocks Sydal to start. Basically gets nothing out of that. Sydal gets a headlock, takeover on Lee Johnson. As Cody's like, get in here. That's it. And then Arn Anderson's like, what the hell are you doing? And sets up a kick to the back. Then Dante Martin comes in to stare at Lee Johnson face to face. Then we go to break. We come back. Cody gets the hot tag, cleans house. As the fans are booing Cody these days. I mean, they booed him last week in New York City after, even before he was fighting Malachi Black and lost. Then after the match, he's getting booed. So anyway, everything breaks down. Fight on the outside. Martin Missile dropkicks Cody for a near fall, and a double jump moonsault on Cody. Good for the same. Lee Johnson tags himself back in, gets kicked in the face by Sydal, which really doesn't matter. Johnson kicks Sydal right in the face. Then he gets rolled up by Dante Martin for a near fall. Then another super kick. Martin, though, hits a Fisherman's Buster on the knee, almost like a collateral damage. Finishes off Lee Johnson 1, 2, 3. And that's it. So the Nightmare Factory lose to Dante Martin and Matt Sydal. Not a great match. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. That was that. The crowd's still booing Cody, but this is where it gets interesting. After the match, Cody gets on the mic, calls out Malachi Black for another match, like a third match. But then Arn Anderson's like, get someone, give me the mic. Shut up, Cody. And then Anderson basically buries Cody. I mean, he roasted him. Whew. So Anderson's talking about how Malachi beat him the first time, and he talks about like, Cody, what the hell is this crap? You taking off your boot and everything. Basically destroying everything we've done and we love. And he's like, you're missing the point here, Cody. Black is an assassin who will take out everyone to win a match. And then he goes in, like, this is the line of the night. He's Cody, you're the kind of person who will give up your car if you steal it, but if they try to steal it from me, I would pull out my Glock and shoot them in the head. I was like, holy crap. 63-year-old Arn Anderson talking about Glocks and shit? He's down with the hood. Pull out my Glock and shoot him right in the head. Holy crap. And he's like, I had Cody, I'm not going to coach a loser. So he's like, come on, Lee, let's get out of here. So Johnson's like, you got owned, son. I'm out of here. And I guess Brandy went with him because I didn't really know. It was like, Brandy, where's Brandy? And all this. Damn, Arn Anderson pulling out some major savagery. Woo! Pull out my Glock. Put him right in a bullet right in his head. I thought I was gonna say, pull out my Glock and put a cap in his ass or some shit like that. Somebody fed him that line. I don't know who. Wasn't Cody. Well, maybe it was Cody. I don't know. But yeah, that was kind of really savage by Arn Anderson, basically owning Cody. He's like, I'm gonna pull my Glock out. And he's like, Cody, stop being a pussy. He's like, stop being a pussy. He didn't really, that he was literally telling Cody, you're a pussy. Stop being a pussy. And then the fans are still booing Cody Rhodes afterwards. So yeah, Cody's gonna, this is eventually gonna make Cody turn heel and turn on the Nightmare Factory and just beat the crap out of everybody. Does he join the Elite or does he go on his own? That's the question. Because he was part of the Elite when they first started in AEW 3 years ago, and he was on BTE. He's always still on BTE. Well, not anymore, but can always have him back. If we brought back resurrected Adam Cole, baby, we could resurrect Cody Rhodes back into on being the Elite on BTE. And what would be really fun? Well, we can't say it no more, but fuck the Revival. But now he's a heel, so we really can't say fuck the Revival anymore. So if he does turn heel, but he will too. So so does he join up with Adam Cole and the guys, or does he go on his own and just beat up his bro, Dustin Rhodes again, and beat up everybody in the Nightmare Factory? And what happens with him and Brandy? Or does Brandy turn heel with him? I don't know. So that's that. So I gave that Aftermath 4 out of 5 stars. That was just fucking epic. Oh, pull my Glock out. Yeah, I like to pull my Glock out. Not my cock, my Glock. Shoot all these freaking obsessed freaking trolls right in the head. But I digress. Plus I can't do anything anyway, so I don't need to pull my Glock out. But it is what it is. All right, so that's it for that. All right, how much we wasted? Okay, we're almost done. All right, match number 3, we had a trios match with Bear Country and making his AEW Dynamite debut, Anthony Green. They team up against Eddie Kingston, Darby Allin, and John Moxley. With the man called Sting. So they all come out, and Sting comes out with Darby and company, and Wild Thing, all that stuff. And they get in the ring. It's a big, humongous brawl. This was a 3.5 minute suck fest. You know who's gonna win here. So Eddie and Moxley start beating the crap out of Bear Country. They throw him into the ring post and everything like that. And then Darby and Anthony Green are like, what do we do here? And they start beating each other up. Blah blah blah. Uh, he hits La Magistral for a near fall. Then Andre sends Green down. We get a Ricky Steamboat reference on commentary. I think that was like Punk. Anyway, then we settle down a little bit. Bear Country beating the crap out of Moxley for a little bit. That really didn't work. Kingston breaks up a double splash attempt. A spinning back fist. Suspect German suplex. Then they head to the floor for a brawl, which leaves Anthony Green alone with Moxley and Eddie. Oh boy. Basically, Anthony Green tried for a springboard and just boink. Just got like he jumped and fell right off of I think it was Eddie Kingston. So blah blah blah. Then he hit a German suplex lariato combination on Anthony Green. They pin him in 3.5 minutes. 1, 2, 3. Match was typical. I think it was a typical squash match. So really didn't need to have these three guys there. You could have had anybody else there and just have a kind of a boring match. But still, it is what it is. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, they get in the ring. Sting, they pick up Anthony Green. They feed him the 62-year-old Sting, who hits Anthony Green with the Scorpion Deathlock, and everybody's happy. That was the only bad part of the show. That the bad part of the show. It was just like, why, it is what it is. All right. So after that, we get a video of the whole Ruby Soho, Britt Baker, DMD baby thing, where we see some highlights from their match last week with Ruby Soho. Ruby Soho lost. Britt Baker retained the women's title. Cheater and Rebel, and back and forth a little bit with some promos from after the fact. And basically, Ruby Soho promises to take the title. So maybe get a rematch down coming up between Britt Baker and Ruby Soho. And we'll see what happens with that. All right, so I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, go to the 16-man tag team match between the Dark Order and Orange Cassidy. So we had OC, we had Eva Uno, Stu Grayson, the Super Smash Brothers, the Beaver Boys, Alex Reynolds, and Johnny Hungy, Johnny Silver. Preston was there, and I think Colt Cabana, the man who sucks dick, and we also had, I believe, number 5, or Alan Angels, I think is number 5. But also we had -1 Brodie Lee Jr. to escort them out, which I thought was nice. The fans were just emotional. They're holding Brodie Lee signs in the crowd. I thought that was great. They take on the Hardy Family Office, Butcher the Blade, Private Party, the Hybrid 2, and who's the other guy? I don't even know who the other guy was. Oh, that I forgot his name, but the guy that was on Dark, I forgot his name, but nobody cares. What's his name? Anyway, this match was kind of funny near the end. Well, the end of the match was kind of funny, but still, it was just basically a big brawl. But anyway, it's kind of complicated. The Dark Order was still fighting, but amongst themselves. But they came together for one night just for Brodie. Alan Angels almost lost his mask, and he did lose his mask because he had the mask on. Then we see him like, who the hell is that? And then it's Alan Angels, number 5. Then we get a suplex top rope spear combo from the Butcher and the Blade for an arrow. Private Party comes in. They work on number 5 as we get a "Thank you, Brodie" chant from the lovely crowd in Rochester. Then everything breaks down. We go to break, come back. Jack Evans, who punk called Flippy McGillicuddy, he comes in to pick up the pace, and then Evil Uno kicks him in the face. Alex Reynolds gets sent into Evil Uno, and then the whole thing starts. Like, what are you doing? So there's some issues going on. Again, Orange Cassidy comes in from the top rope, hits the thumbs up splash, and then Evil Uno, we got hit by Alex Reynolds. He's like, "Fuck you guys, I'm out of here." So he goes to leave. Tries to get Stu Grayson to go with him, but Stu's like, I don't know what to do. So I'm gonna go with you. And then so they're trying to talk to him. He's still going up the ramp. Evans flips over into a backslide for an in on Orange Cassidy. Everything breaks down in the ring. Well, on the ramp, Evil Uno keeps walking back up the ramp. But then -1, Ty Conti, Anna J, TJ, they come out with Brodie's widow Amanda Huber, and -1 comes out, and Evil's like, he's scared of this little freaking 9-year-old kid, and you gotta love Brodie Jr. He comes out, does what his dad does, on BTE, takes out this piece of paper, it's like, get in there. Throws it right in his face. He's like, get in there. And then Amanda Huber's like, what are you doing? Do it for Brodie. Get in there. Get it together. And then TJ's like, get in there, bro. So the fans are going nuts, like, get back in there. So even when it was like, he runs to the ring. They don't go to kick. Goes to the ring. They clean house. We got a whole bunch of secondary finishers on basically everybody. And then the new guy in the Hardy family office, I don't know his name and I really don't care. He basically gets the living shit beat out of him. A bunch of strikes, and then Reynolds, the Beaver Boys hit a bunch of strikes, which doesn't be not a diamond cut, a stunner. I mean, a whole bunch of moves into finally a German suplex. And then Stu Grayson and Evil Uno hit fatality. 1, 2, 3, the Dark Order, and Orange Cassidy pick up the win in almost 8 minutes. But still, pretty damn good. They did it for Brodie. Fans are going nuts. It was great. So I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Actually, I take that back. 3.25 out of 5 stars. And then afterwards, the Dark Order, they kind of, they're like, they still kind of hate each other, but then they start hugging each other, and then they're holding up, -1. Amanda Who was there, TJ is there. They're doing the whole, this, and then holding up a Brodie Lee sign. I thought it was very, very, very cool and everything. So did it for you, Brodie. And that's all I gotta say about that. So for one night only, the Dark Order is not fighting amongst themselves. But it was funny to see -1, Brodie Lee Jr. just throw that paper right in Evil Uno's face like his dad did on BTE, all those episodes. It was just great. That's it. I wonder if they're going to be eating chilies in their clubhouse. Well, we'll see. That's that. All right. After that, we get a video from the newest member of All Elite Wrestling. Well, he was there at Double or Nothing in the Casino Battle Royale, and that was Leo Rush, the man of the hour. Leo Rush, he is now All Elite, so he's not retiring as some people, he did say he was going to retire, and now he's back wrestling. Now he's going to be on, is in All Elite, but probably we'll see him on Dark, Elevation, or maybe Rampage, maybe a Dynamite here or two. That's that. I'm like, oh really? Leo Rush is All Elite now? That's good. That's good and everything, but like, are we gonna see him a lot? Probably not. So we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And blah 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 blah. Blah. Eat a dick. And that's that. All right, then we go to a video from FTR and Tully Blanchard. Basically Dax Harwood talking, and basically saying that they're ready to show that they're the best again, that they're the best, the beast, they're the best again. They want to focus on the tag team division. Just basically showing why they're the best. So like, okay, that's fine. Whatever. Top guys out. Simple to the point. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with FTR in the tag team division. Hopefully you get another tag team title shot. When? Don't know. Got a lot of people to go they climb over to get a title shot against the Lucha Brothers if they still have them by then, but that's it. Alright, so I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the ring. We hear that asshole Dan Lambert of America's Top Team. He comes out with Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page of the Men of the Year. Lambert starts talking about how Jericho got kneed in the face by Jorge Masvidal last week, and he's like trying to pick his, he went to the doctor and trying to piece his nose back together. But then after that, he starts praising Jericho, saying, he saved this promotion from itself, turned it into the hottest promotion anyone has seen in years. Then Jericho came after them, got beaten down like he's never has before. Where was it? Okay. Leaving his earning potential the same as everyone here. Zero. So basically, they cut the head off of AEW, and Tony Khan Man will have more trouble selling snake oil. The hell does that mean? I don't want to know. Anyway, Scorpio Sky gets on the mic, talks about how he was a star like a year ago. It's like, oh, remember I told you to pay attention? Then he says he grabbed the big brass ring. What was I forgot. I think it was I don't remember that when that was. That was a few months ago. Anyway, he got the TNT thing, the ring that looked like a Sonic and the Hedgehog ring. But he says that wasn't good enough because he lost the TNT title match to, I think, Cody. No, Darby, I should say. He says no one around here was paying attention, but Lambert was watching. Lambert sees him as a main eventer, just like Ethan Page. And then Page goes on a big humongous rant, saying how great he is at everything, but he can't get an action figure or a spot on the signature, the opening video. He says he has the best smile, and I think he said something like, I have the greatest tits. I was like, what? Anyway, he says he has the best smile around here, and now he rolls with champions because Men of the Year are the top team. Okay. That's it. So we'll see what maybe I think it's gonna Jericho and and Hager are gonna probably come out on the anniversary show, just beat the living crap out of all of them. I'm still thinking it's gonna be Stadium Stampede at Full Gear. I just have a feeling, but we're gonna do some type of match, like a 5-on-5 match with I don't know about Sammy, but Sammy's got his own thing going on. But we ever have Hager and Jericho team up with Santana and Ortiz to take on Scorpio Sky, Dan Lambert, maybe 2 UFC guys, and maybe Dan Lambert. I don't know. I don't know how this storyline with Jericho and Lambert and the Men of the Year and Hager and the UFC peeps, how it's gonna continue and end. I mean, not really invested in it. I don't give 2 shits. That's all. That's what I gave this segment. I didn't give 2 shits about it, so I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right. After that, we get a promo from the former AEW Women's World Champion Hikaru Shida. Holy Shida, and she's ready to get her 50th win in AEW. She had a long one with that title, long one, almost a year with that title, and she's won. She beat Nyla Rose. She beaten Ty Conti. But she lost the Britt Baker baby last year, this past year, I should say, at Double Nothing. So, but she's got 49 wins right now. She's looking to get her 50th win. But in order to do that, she has to beat the former NWA Women's World Champion Serena Deeb on the second anniversary show for Dynamite next week. So Serena Deeb and Hikaru Shida will do battle once again. And that's all I can say about that. Should be a pretty decent match. And that's it. All right, so I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then after that, we continue with the women. We have Penelope Ford and the Bunny taking on TJ, Ty Conti, and Anna Jay of the Dark Order. Nothing great. 6.5-minute match. That's that. It's also with a brawl. The heels get sent into the corner. Ty tries to jump to the apron but falls down. Kind of a little bit of a botch. She comes up holding her knee. Penelope kicks Anna into a neck snap from the Bunny before dropping a knee on her. We go to break and come back. Penelope and Ty get off a full tag. We get a double suplex by TJ on Penelope Ford for a near fall, but she hits the Matrix away from a clothesline, hits a stunner on Anna Jay. Then she picks up Anna Jay in a fireman's carry and hits a fireman's carry gut buster for a near fall. She goes for a moonsault and missed. Tags in Ty Conti, hits a TKO, knocks Bunny silly on the floor. And then Anna Jay put Penelope Ford to sleep. She hits a dangerous J kick, which sets up the Queen Slayer, and Penelope Ford passed out at 6.5 minutes. So nothing great in this match, but at least, Ty Conti and Anna Jay get the win after getting knocked out the last 2 weeks by those brass knucks and everything, but they get the win, get some revenge, and that's it. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, -1 comes out to celebrate and get his boner on with Ty Conti. 9-year-old kid having a boner for a 30-some-odd-year-old chick. Not even 30. She's like 20, in her 20s or early 30s. Well, that's your first boner. That's it. I love you, Ty. Maybe this is boner. And then Punk calls him a smart kid. I bet. They're besties. Not like that, but, probably his first crush. But when he turns 18, he probably won't be able to get with Ty Conti. Then again, you never know. Probably a 40-year-old Ty Conti sleeping with Brodie Lee Jr. Go figure that one out. But, it is what it is. That's that. All right, there we the video. Once again, a triple promo that we saw, I think, on Rampage with between Thunder Rosa, Nyla Rose, and Jade Cargill. And that match will be on Rampage this Friday night. So we'll see what happens with that. I think I would think Thunder Rosa will get the win, but then again, I would pick Jade Cargill because she's I think the number 2 contender to the AEW Women's World Title. So we'll see. Top contenders for the women's title going at it. We'll see who comes out of that. But I think it's going to be either Jade Cargill or Thunder Rosa at this point. And that's it. All right, so I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to the Savage promo of the night. We get our good friend MJF, Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker. He comes out with Wardlow. He doesn't think much of State New York and wants to talk about the 4 pillars of AEW. He says, Jungle Boy, beat him. Sammy Guevara, beat him. Darby Allin, number 3, whatever. And he says the strongest pillar of them all is himself, of course. He says the man that is in the first match at All In, himself. He says he is the past, present, and future of AEW, and that means he should go get a shot at the AEW World Championship, and he should be the AEW World Champion. Then Tony Schiavone is like, well, earn that in the ring, then, dude. Because everybody does. Nobody likes MJF. So anyway, MJF talks to, he's like, Tony Khan, I respect you and all this and that. Says, but I don't get an AEW. If I don't become AEW World Champion, says, well, I got a friend that I used to know in MOW, and you might know him as Bruce Pritchard. I was like, ooh. And he's like, if I don't get a title shot, I'm gonna call up my good buddy Bruce because I got him a speed dial. All right, goodbye. You don't need you in AEW anymore. Go to WWE and go to Bruce, or it'll probably just ruin you. Actually, well, he won't ruin him. Vince will ruin him in NXT. That's all I gotta say about that. But kind of shocking to hear Bruce Pritchard's name of all names on AEW television. Once again, AEW punching WWE in the nuts. Always talking about WWE. Don't worry about yourselves and stop talking about the competition. All right, just stop. So anyway, Darby Allin of all people to interrupt. So MJF says, as much as I love the whole school shooter mime on a skateboard routine, or meme on a skateboard routine, he's like, I'm not happy you interrupted me. He's like, well, there's nothing wrong with being the number 2 guy, like Mark Messier, you bastard. Fucking Islander fan. Go fuck yourself, Michael. MJF, you mo cock. Anyway, so it's like Mark Messier, number 2 guy, like Mark Messier, Scottie Pippen. Well, yeah, he was a number 2 guy. Or Sting. So MJF says, I'm the number 1 guy. So Darby's like, well, if are you done talking? Because I got something to say, and tells him to get the hell out of here. He's not happy about it. He's like, you're not happy. You're not going to get a title shot. Get the hell out of here. I'm like, yeah, get out of here. So Darby says, I'm AEW for life until death. But he doesn't understand how MJF can be number 1 when Allin is the only one of the 2 to win a title between them. He won the TNT title. So MJF's like, I appreciate the whole Batman voice. I get it. Then he talks about Allin being straight edge, like CM Punk. And then MJF brings up a story about Darby getting in a car with his drunk uncle as a kid, and they got into an accident. And he says that the wrong guy died. It should have been you instead of your drunk uncle. So I kind of Darby's like, I can bring that up, you son of a bitch. MJF's a monster heel, savage. He's just a savage heel. Darby says, MJF, you're not gonna break me mentally. And then MJF's like, oh, I'm not gonna break you mentally. And then he just leaves, and that's it. So it looks like we're gonna get a MJF Darby Allin feud. I would like to see, and we'll see what happens with that. All right, so I gave all that 3.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Just MJF being a savage on the mic once again. He was just great for a guy in his 20s. Just gold on the mic. Just savage heel. Just sucks as a face. And he was a face for a while in FBW before FBW closed down. Sucks. Yeah, I guess sucks. But now he's a monster heel now. It is what it is. And was in MOW for a while before AEW came calling. But that's that. And we move on. Then we get a hype video for Sammy Guevara and Miro, which basically followed from Miro beating Fuego del Sol last week to retain the title, take his car. Then we hear Sammy say, I'm gonna beat you. He's like, I'm gonna beat Miro, I'm gonna buy Fuego a new car if I win. So we'll see what happens with that. So I get that 2.5 out of 5 stars. So then we get to the main event of the evening for the TNT Championship. We have the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, taking on God's favorite champion, Miro. Yo smash CK Petty, pussy. Yeah. That's it. This match is pretty good to end the show. So I start, circling each other to start. A knee strike misses for Sammy. Miro takes him down, starts beating the crap out of him. Runs him over for a near fall. Sammy gets back up with a running crossbody, knocks both of them to the outside. Guevara sends Miro into the ring post pretty hard. Avoids a charge into the steps. Miro is finding enough to snap off a belly to belly suplex as they get back in the ring. Then we go to break. Come back. Sammy hits a jawbreaker to get out of a move from a chin lock. Miro knocks him out again, and then Miro goes off and Sammy with a beautiful counter into a Spanish fly. They both go down. Then we get a low super kick. Locks Miro and a running knee to face. Does the same. Miro misses a charge, sending him flying to the floor. So Sammy hits a humongous dive to the outside. The crowd's going nuts and everything. They go back in. Sammy charges to a swinging release slam for a near fall. But Sammy gets put up top. Miro tries for a superplex. Sammy blocks it. Then he hits a middle rope Gilmore Kata. Bang! But that doesn't keep Miro down. Sammy tries for the GTS or the go to hell, but can't load it up because he can't lift Miro because he's too big. Then Miro hits the Machika kick, the jumping super kick. Gives him a near fall. Sammy goes to the outside, which was smart. So Miro gets all mad and everything. He starts trying to pull off the turnbuckle pads. Really having no luck. Then he finally just rips it off. We ripped off two of them. Then he goes for the third one. And then Fuego del Sol comes out for the save. And then gets knocked off the apron. Like, boom, knock him out. Like, get out of here, dude. You're out. So Miro pulls off the turnbuckle pad that he was trying to pull off. He pulls it off. Guerrero comes back in with a jumping knee, sending Miro into the exposed turnbuckle, and that was basically it for Miro. Sammy picks him up, hits a tornado DDT, then picks him up, hits the go to hell. Then he goes up top, gives Miro the fingers, hits the 630, goes to the pin. 1, 2, 3. We have a new champion in Sammy Guevara. I was like, yes. I think it was too early for him to win, but still, I'm glad he won the belt. So he is the new TNT champion. A good match. 3.5 out of 5 stars. Then after a whole bunch of wrestlers come to celebrate with Sammy, we get some New Japan-like confetti coming down from the rafters, and punking them. Basically punking them. And everybody on commentary is going nuts, like, Sammy did it! Sammy did it! And it's right at 10 o'clock, and it goes right into Rose to the top. Then we hear on the break from Sammy with Tony Schiavone, who's there with Sammy, and Fuego del Sol, and I think somebody else. I forget who it was. And then they're talking about, Sammy's like, talking about how great it is, and then he got a tweet, his Twitter's blown up. He's trying to FaceTime, his fiance Pamela, but then he gets a tweet. He says he got a tweet from Bobby Fish. So he said, Bobby, if you want a shot, you got it next week. I was like, wow, Bobby Fish is all elite now. Getting released from freaking NXT. There you go. I was hoping, now that Bobby Fish is, free agent, he can go anywhere he wants. So he's going to be in AEW, getting a TNT title shot on the anniversary show. Why not? Why not? And that's pretty much all I say about that. And Lambert and the men of the year come out. They start jaw jacking with Sammy, and then they're like, I think it was Scorpio Sky is like, well, after you deal with Bobby Fish, you got to deal with us. So I guess after that happens, I'm going to one of those guys, and maybe they'll probably beat Sammy. Which I hope not. I'd rather have Sammy hold on to that title as long as Miro did, but we'll see. That's that. All right. So that's it. So it ends a pretty damn good Dynamite, and I gave it 8 out of 10 stars. And that's that. If you don't like my rating, I don't care. That's it. All right. To sum up on the results, Adam Cole beat Jungle Boy Jack with the boom. last shot knee strike, get the win over that. Cody and Dante Martin and Matt Sydal beat Cody Rhodes and Lee Johnson with a Fisherman's Buster on the knee, and then Arn Anderson basically calling Cody a pussy. He's like, "I'm gonna hold my Glock out." So like that. Anyway, John Moxley, Eddie Kingston, and Darby Allin beat Bear Country and Anthony Green via German suplex clothesline combo to Anthony Green. What's that? The Dark Order and Orange Cassidy beat Hart Family Office as they hit as the Super Smash Brothers hit Fatality to Joey or whatever his stupid name is. We had Jay, Ty Conti, and Anna Jay beat the Bunny and Penelope Ford as Anna Jay locked in the Queen Slayer on Penelope Ford, choking her out. And in the main event, Sammy Guevara beats Miro with the 630 to win the TNT Championship. And that's it. And that's it for Dynamite. So a pretty good show. Like I said, 8 out of 10 stars for Dynamite. And yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So I wanted to get the NXT rating before we head up shop, and hopefully I can get it before my computer. Well, my computer just took a dump. I can't win. I just gotta get a better connection with my freaking desktop. I'm gonna try to get off the phone here. Hold on. All right. With that out. All right. All right. So we're at a minute and a half here. So we get that. All right. I'm gonna try to get the NXT rating if I can really quickly from RingsideNews.com. So, okay, give me one second. All right, so as I'm getting that, all right, some quickie news to end the show. We're gonna end this burrito right now. But some quickie news, some big news that came out from after Dynamite during the night. Randy Orton is not this voice. Is not medically cleared to perform. That's why he was not on Raw this on Monday night. I don't know what the injury was. Let's see. He's at an accident with an unknown issue. That's why he wasn't on Monday night. Not confirming what the issue of the injury is, but he's not clear to perform as of right now. So we don't know if he's going to be back on Raw next week. But the word making the rounds backstage was that he was not cleared to perform. So hopefully he doesn't have COVID or anything like that. And yeah, so we'll have to see what happens with Randy Orton. So hopefully it's nothing big, and hopefully we'll be back next week. All right, got a story on Shane McMahon. I'm dancing, Dad. I'm dancing. Stop it. So Shane McMahon, we have his contract status because we haven't seen Shane in a long time. Let's see here. Anyway, according to Fightful Select, they reached out to inquire about the rumor that Shane McMahon is no longer with the WWE. And the response that confirmed he remains under a talent contract, so he's still there as a performer. So Shane McMahon can still return to television if Vince needs him. So, yeah, so you get that. He's no longer with the company, but he's still an active wrestler, kind of like almost like Stephanie in a way. But he's was also noted that he still has a WWE talent contracts under a deal. I don't know how many years of that is. Also noted that he's rarely ever at the WWE offices anymore. And yeah, that's that. So it is what it is. That's that. All right, so we have a news story about Cody Rhodes, his relationship with the other AEW EVPs, the Bucks and Kenny, is basically non-existent, and basically everybody has creative control. They don't have to answer to them. Basically, that's it. Yeah, so it is what it is. Tony Khan is the reason why he's like, oh, I gotta get right back on creative control. I don't know. All right, so the title change between with Sammy, AEW moved around the plan for the title. So after Sammy won, this is like I said, going into the Spanish God. Um, Actually, after this big win, he told the Rochester crowd that Brodie Lee was the greatest AEW TNT champion ever, which is damn true. But it's actually moved around a little bit. The win was not really a big secret. There was strong rumors that it was going to happen because someone connected with Guevara was telling a lot of people that it was going to go down. Oh boy. Fightful Select reports that by a couple of hours before Dynamite started, several backstage were aware that the title was going to change hands. They actually moved around the planned dates for the title change, so it might have happened. This might have happened way down the line, which it should have. Was supposed to happen around All Out months ago, but then the idea was moved to Grand Slam. But in the end, Miro dropped the scrap to Sammy in Brodie Lee's hometown. So that's that. And like I said, Sammy's going to take on Bobby Fish next week. On the anniversary show, and Sammy owes Fregoso a new car. So let's see if he holds up on those promises to him. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right, I logged off by accident. Try to get back to that. All right, we're back. All right, I'm gonna just run through these really quickly. All right, so if you guys want to hear the spoilers for Rampage, I'm giving them out anyway. But yeah. So anyway, I'm not gonna give you the spoilers. I'm not gonna tell you who wins because I don't want to be like other people around here. But because I want you guys to watch the show. But we have Bryan Danielson and Nick Jackson of the Young Bucks. They go at it, and well, I'm not gonna go say what happens with that, but I think you know who might win that. Well, I'll just say it ends in a big mess. And that's all I gotta say about that. But said said it'd be very good. Bryan's first official TV match, actually second match on TV, but this time a first match on Rampage. Said it was people said it was very good. As you would know, the Elite get involved. Jurassic Express comes out, and basically not a good time for the Elite. And that's all I gotta say about that. There's also "We Want Wyatt" chants during the match. That's it. That was after the match, I should say. So Bray Wyatt did not appear on Dynamite, and he did not appear on Rampage. So the 90-day non-compete clause continues, and I think we're gonna see Bray Wyatt. I think at Full Gear, or maybe before Full Gear. Well, we'll see. All right, then we had the triple threat match with Jade Cargill, Nyla Rose, and Thunder Rosa. A triple threat match. There was a table spot. At least but it is what it is. You know what? Fuck it. I'll give out the spoilers. I don't give a shit. Bryan Danielson put Nick Jackson in the bell lock. He got the win, and then the Elite come out and beat him up, and then Bryan Danielson and Omega and Cole both end up in submissions by Bryan and Jungle Boy. So that means too. That'd probably be a tag team match coming up on Dynamite next week. Danielson and Cole excuse me, Omega and Cole teamed up for the first time since Japan in 2016. Probably taking on Bryan Danielson and Jungle Boy in a tag team match, but we'll see. All right, so then we had Jade Cargill, Nyla Rose, and Thunder Rosa going out in a triple threat match. Thunder Rosa puts Nyla through a table. Jade Cargill picks up the win after pitting Thunder Rosa after a number of chair shots. I mean, literally, number of chair shots. Thunder Rosa was helped to the back, and the fans were cheering her on. So that bitch Jade Cargill gets the win. So we got that. And then on Wednesday we got a casino ladder match on the anniversary show. So that's kind of cool. Also, in the main event, a hair versus hair match. Orange Cassidy against Jack Evans. I think you know who wins that. And that's all I got to say about that. And yeah. That's it. You know who wins that. It's not Orange Cassidy. That's all I got to say about that. So Jack Evans is bold. And that's it. We'll move on. All right. So okay, here's the official card for Dynamite, the anniversary show. What is it here? All right, got Hikaru Shida against Serena Deeb. See if Shida gets her 50th win. We got the casino ladder match. Makes his return. We don't have anybody involved in it just yet. The winner of the match receives a AEW title shot in the future. That's that. We got Sammy Guevara against Bobby Fish for the TNT title. Let's see what else. The Elite will take on Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy Jack, Bryan Danielson, and Christian Cage in an 8-man tag team match. It's going to be Kenny, the Bucks, and Adam Cole, baby, taking on Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, Bryan Danielson, and Christian Cage. And then the casino ladder match for the future world title. So I don't know if that's going to be the main event or it's going to be the Elite, the 8-man tag team match will probably be the main event for the anniversary show. And that's that. We got Leo Rush signing a contract with AEW, so he's now all Elite. Arn Anderson with the whole Glock situation. That was fucking epic. Sheamus is expected to miss a little bit of time because he got his nose fixed. He had nose surgery to fix his broken nose. Let's see, anything else? Christopher Daniels was bummed about playing the Suicide character. I don't know why you would, but that's that. On SmackDown on Friday night is going to be the return of the Boss, Sasha Banks. So it's going to be Boss time on Friday night. That's that. So before, and I'm going back to AEW, they're going to have the John Huber Foundation in memory of Brodie Lee. So that's pretty cool. Randy Orton, like I said, not medically cleared. Tony Khan took control away from the AEW EVPs, the Bucks, Cody, and Kenny. So, it is what it is. All right, so here's the NXT rating for this week, and it went down. According to WrestleNomics, last night's NXT, Tuesday night's NXT episode drew an overnight rating of 655,000 viewers with a 0.14 rating, in the demo, which pulled in 183,000. That was down from last week's 746,000 views, so a little over 100,000 views down the toilet this week, and that was a 0.20 rating. That's it. And the debut episode, which got 770,000 views on September the 14th. So, from the first week, the ratings went down. Even, with the kind of edgy stuff, Vince wants, NXT be more edgy, and right now they're not being edgy if they're losing a lot of ratings. They went down from 770 to 746, and now down to 655 for episode number 3. And that's it. All right, so now we know. So after that, we got that. Now we talked about on before Monday Night Raw that Alexa Bliss was taking some time off to maybe get married. Set up her wedding with Ryan Cabrera. That doesn't appear to be the case. And now it's been reported by Ringside News that Alexa Bliss is going to be scheduled for sinus surgery, so something with her nose. So yeah, she's going to be out for a little bit with sinus surgery. So not only is she getting some stuff work, her nose worked on, Sheamus is getting nose surgery to fix his broken nose. So, all right, so we got that. All right, so WWE has a vaccination policy released for the WWE draft. So I don't know if that's for the fans or for the competitors, I guess, but the stars, because the draft is on Friday night and then on Monday night for night 2. And like I mentioned, CM Punk cannot dive into the crowd anymore per the Athletic Commission. Well, fuck the commission. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. And that's pretty much it for wrestling news. Kurt Angle is willing to fight Brock Lesnar in the UFC. Okay. Rosario Dawson busted her lip during that segment at the Prudential Center, with Cody coming down and everything. So yeah, that's that. WWE creator was kept in the dark on plans for Big E's title win, so they didn't even know that Big E was going to cash in at the time. There's a story about how much involvement Vince has in NXT, or had at NXT's debut a couple weeks ago. That. Blah blah blah. And then there was a story about Nick Khan now becoming a fixture backstage. That's not good news. And then finally, there's a story about why WWE did not have stipulations in for Extreme Rules, except for the Roman versus Finn Balor match, and that was it. That was Extreme Rules, and that was it. And then on Monday we had Sheamus versus Damian Priest in a no disqualification, no count out match. And then as we saw on NXT last night, Tuesday night, we had Elektra Lopez and B-Fab in a basically a no disqualification match. So just was like, well, I just don't understand why you did hardcore matches on B shows and not the main, not the pay per view. That's why the pay per view sucked. Go figure that one out. And that's it. That's it for the news for now. All right, we're gonna wrap up this burrito, but we got a little bit of chat, so that's pretty nice. That's so. Thank you for staying up a little bit late with me, and that's it. There's probably a troll here, but I don't know who this is. NBBB. NBBB. He says Peter is God. Well, I am the God of Extreme, and you're a tribal chief. Just remember that. All right, here we go. But thank you for that. I don't know, just messing with my head, but I'll take it anyway. All right, got my. Oh well, this guy's. I know this guy. This guy's a real American. Well, not American, but he's real. He's a real subscriber. My good buddy from Mexico, Alejandro Claza. He says Bobby Fish is a big bomb. I don't know what that means, but okay. But yeah, Bobby Fish is now all elite. For now. He's going to face Sammy for the TNT title. Not going to win it, obviously. That's that. All right, Alejandro says, I really like this AEW, although I hope it does not become a WCW type thing. I don't think it will, but, I mean, we'll see what the rating is tomorrow by this weekend. It might have went down. I think the rating went down because even though it was a pretty decent show for a tribute show to Brodie Lee, I know with the title change with Sammy and everything. You know, Adam Cole winning again to open the show, which was a great match with Jungle Boy. Most of the show was kind of, but still, I think it was. I think it was pretty decent for what it was. Pretty decent. Like I said, 8 out of 10 stars. That's all I gotta say about that. But you know, I just don't think it's gonna turn into like Nitro or Thunder. But it is what it is. All right, back to NBBB. You know, basically trying to get my trying to gas my head up. But it is what it is. Acknowledge Peter now. Yes, you acknowledge me. That's it. Check out my Instagram. That's all I gotta say about that. But like I said, this is probably a troll. Jealous trolls, beware of the Gilmore Army. Well, that's kind of non-existent anymore, but it is what it is. The Gilmore Army is now the prophecy. And that's it. That's it. Yes! What are you, Marv Albert? Marv Albert. I know, and that's it. Alright. We got that. Alright, we got the Backstop Show. I guess there's a newbie here along with NBBB. But thank you. Thank you for coming on. Backstop Show says, Gilly! Only person who says G'day might be my EFED guys. So this might be one of my EFED guys from the the former XWF before it turned into a pedo fed. So probably some of my buddies in the Wrestling Coalition. Which I forgot the actual site, but it is what it is. But yeah, I talked to them on yeah, it's one of the guys from the old XWF days. So, God, I love you guys. I love you guys. I miss you guys. But you know, they want me to come into their fed, but you know, I'm so fucking busy right now. But and that's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, I think MBBB is probably another EFED guy, but I don't know who he is. But like I said, it might be a troll messing with my head. It's 3:46 in the morning. Go to bed. Stop hanging on my nutsack. What is what it is. I love you all anyway. But you acknowledge me. Anyway, NBBB says NBBB says Adam Cole should just be a major babyface. The fans love him. Why does he pal around with the joke heel group, the Elite? He should just leave his friends in the dust, and he'd be the headliner of the show. Well, my good buddy, my former trios champion. My good buddy Soldier, NBBB, is my good buddy Soldier. Yes, I think it's him. But yeah, former trios champion with me and a certain guy named Sid Fetter. Back in the old XWF days before it became a pedo fed, run by two pedophile lovers who might be pedophiles themselves. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, fuck the XWF for firing me like a bunch of cowards that they are. That's why the XWF is not even an EFED anymore. Not the greatest EFED on the internet right now. Not the greatest. Not even number one either. If you go to the top EFEDs, I think there's a site which is the top EFEDs on the internet. XWF is not number one. Not even close. Used to be. It was like number 2 at one point, but you know, with me around, because you know, I'm freaking god of the EFEDs. But yeah, since they wanted to fuck around with me, you know, because of my whole, you know, I was dealing with real life shit, my depression and everything. They decided to kick me out on my birthday. I might add, they kicked me out on my birthday. So here's to you, Vinny Lane and Theo Price, you fucking pedophile cunts. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, let me finish this off before you know who might wake up and tell me to shut up. All right. Going back to Adam Cole. He could have been a baby face. I think he's better off as a heel. So, you know, rejoining, you know, Kenny in the box, you know, with the whole BTE thing, which I called, by the way. I said, he should come back to BTE. What happens? He comes back to BTE, and have you noticed if you watch BTE, the amount of hits they get in like an hour? The last one that just happened this past Monday, episode 275. In the first hour, 300,000 views. That's why they got over almost a million, getting well 500,000 people are subscribed to the BTE YouTube channel and climbing up too. So I don't know the official what it is now. I'll look at it maybe tomorrow. But anyway, because I want to go to bed. I can still stay up for another half hour or two, but I'm probably gonna go to bed soon. But it is what it is. That's it. But yeah, Adam Cole, he's gonna stay with the Elite for a little while. And that's all I gotta say about that. All right. I got a couple more comments and I'm gonna wrap up this burrito. All right. The Backstop Show says Shane will mess with your head. Well, Shane Carver, yeah, that guy, Mr. Potato Head himself. That's that. MBBB says might be two of your E-Fed homies. Then he says Soldier, Mr. Satan himself, 666 himself. That guy Soldier, he has 666 women that he's banged. That puts me to shame. Good Lord. I might have the big super dick. But that guy, he gets around more than me. But at least I'm married and he's not. But it is what it is. All right, final comment of the night. I'm going to wrap up this video. MBBB says, until the day you were fired from the XWF, that was on my birthday. But, like I said, fuck the XWF, fuck Vinny Lane, fuck Theo Price, in the ass with a spiked colonic. And both of them probably banging each other anyway, because they're both gay. But it is what it is. All right, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to the Backstop Show for coming in, my E-Fed buddies. I think they are. Backstop Show and NBBB for coming in. Thank you to Alejandro Katza for coming in as well. And anybody else who decided to watch, hope you left a like. And if you left a dislike, well, fuck you. But you still will acknowledge me as your tribal chief of YouTube. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, once again, 8 out of 10 stars for Dynamite tonight. And we'll see what happens on Rampage. Well, we already know what's going to happen on Rampage this Friday night. And watch it anyway, if I already gave out the spoilers. But watch it anyway. Should be a pretty decent show. Nothing, probably won't be that great. Probably get another 640,000 views that they got this past Friday. So I think they need to get off Friday nights, go on Saturday night at 8 p.m. or maybe Saturday night at 10 p.m. I don't know. I'm going to have a Saturday night at 8 p.m. But then again, that might conflict with Dynamite. If Dynamite, it's going to go to... it's not going to conflict now, but I'll just change it. In 2022, I would have Rampage on Saturday night at 8 p.m. and have, on Dynamite on TBS at its regular slot Wednesday night at 8 p.m. And if, AEW ever gets preempted by baseball, which it probably won't be until late next year, then you can put, this is what I would do, when it does get preempted, I would put Rampage at 10 p.m. instead of having it on Friday night on TNT, move it to TBS, move it to 10 p.m., and then when Dynamite gets preempted by baseball, have Saturday Night Dynamite at 8 p.m. and go right into Rampage. A live Rampage, I might add. I can't stand these taped Rampages. I just can't. So it kind of almost feels like freaking, Thunder. Thunder. Because wasn't Thunder taped back in the day? Some of it was live. I think Thunder was taped at some point, some shows. I don't remember, but so long ago. That's that. But looks, I kind of agree with what Alejandro said, that AEW might be turning into WCW with all these, with Dynamite and Rampage now. There might be like Dynamite is Nitro and Rampage is like Thunder. And then you just got the developmental shows, Dark and Elevation. So that's it. I just hope they don't fully turn into like a WCW. because I did hear that the Mall of America wants to actually host an edition, an episode of Dynamite. Hmm. Where did Nitro debut? At the Mall of America in Minnesota. Where is Full Gear going to be? Minnesota. Where is Rampage going to be on November the 12th? Minnesota. You get it? You get it here? But Dynamite on November the 10th is going to be in Indianapolis, Indiana, and then Rampage is going to be live from Minnesota on the 12th, and then we got Full Gear on the 13th. That's that. And then, if you're in the New York area, Dynamite and Rampage will be taped on Rampage is going to be taped December the 8th, as it will go to the Nassau Coliseum in Belmont Park. I keep saying it was in Nassau, on Long Island, but they moved that. They got rid of that dump. They went to Belmont Park, which is still around the Long Island area. So yeah, December the 8th, Dynamite is coming back to New York. Well, not even New York City, but the New York area. So that's cool, right, for the end of the year. And Rampage, not Rampage. Raw is going to be at the Barclays Center the night for the Survivor Series, and the night after, and then the week after that, they're going to be at the USB Arena, the new Nassau Coliseum, for the November 29th episode of Raw, and then the week after that, Dynamite and Rampage will invade that mausoleum where the Icelanders play. So fuck the Icelanders, by the way, and fuck MJF. That's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, we're wrapping up this video now. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to bed. All right, MBBB says great show. Thank you very much, and that's it. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you to everybody who came in the chat and who watched, and that's it. And that's it. Peter Gilmore signing off for this episode. Don't forget to like the video, hit the subscribe button down below, follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap that bell and turn on all my notifications, and that's it. All right, thanks for watching. Go to bed, everybody. Maybe get some sex out of it. If not, well, just dream about some hot chick. Or just do something. I don't know. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Good night.